Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so yesterday, early in the morning, I got the quiver, um, and it's definitely not as good as the one I got in season 24. I don't think I put that up anymore. It might be only on my um D3 planner, but it's no longer on my profile because I decided to put up the Marauder gear that I hoarded from season 25 and season 24 and season 22 on my season 24 character that you see on the left side, the S24. So, but I got this yesterday morning, and this is the first Ancient 600 that I got that is actually able to equip versus cubed. This ninth series satchel, um, because it rolls between 450 to 600. Obviously, this is not the worst kind of range in comparison to something like the Blade of Prophecy um, sword on the Satyr build and whatnot. But like, finally, I get to see one that is somewhat worth um, equipping. So it makes me, you know, able to really play the usual way of Yang's recurve and ninth satchel for T16, I guess. So normally I don't get to do, such a nice series satchel other than last in season 24 when we were using a two-hander anyway, so we had to use a ninth series satchel, and I actually got a decent 599 non-ancient that had what I think was 20% area and stuff like that. So it was like it was a like a primal non-ancient basically. But yeah, so this quiver is interesting. Uh, and then I finally got a helmet yesterday at like the last hour or so. Uh, I really like that they're both, 940 plus statted, and I kept trying to get, 6 crit, but first of all, I saw 4.5 crit, and once again, I've been I've been trolled so hard this season with like all the 4.5s, and during the re-rolling of of this helmet, within that 3 minutes or 5 minutes that I spent while my friends were waiting for me um to roll this helmet yesterday, it popped up like 7 or 8 times of that 4.5% crit. The 5.5% crit came up like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times, while the 4.5 came up like 7 or 8 times. So I never saw the six crit, and later on I'll show you how much gold I've already spent on it. Obviously it's not as ridiculous as I've um done it before, where some of the stuff goes all the way to 11 to 20 million before, but this is getting up there um slowly. So once I get in game, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna help my friend gear check. So um and we'll see if the profile is updated correctly. But anyway, so after I replaced my old all resist version of helmet that I pushed my GR solos with, since I finally got a helmet that gave near the 1000 vit, I can now switch to this Raps of Clarity that's not 4.5 crit. Like I said, I got trolled this season. And my previous one was 45% legendary passive, and this is a 2% upgrade. Now, I really wish that the secondary was better, like a range reduction or something like that. Um, but I'm currently going to use this because I need to maintain my lightning resist. So, in any other slots that I haven't upgraded, I haven't like, side graded recently, I really need to get either more all resist or just direct lightning resist on, like, let's say the chess piece. The chess piece secondary would be nice if it's lightning, or obviously the all resist version. Um, I remember, was it last season well, one of the seasons that I got like um four non-ancients, and then finally they gave me a primal hunter's wrath. It actually turned out lightning in the secondary. I was hoping for all resist, but lightning is better than nothing. So once again, if the chest and the belt happen to be lightning resist, that's what I want to see. Because I feel like these are the only two real spots open for interpretation now. Uh, because of what I did with using that ninth series satchel, I had to switch down back from my first ancient gloves that had 10% area and roughly the same stats as everything else, but I think it was physical res on the secondary, that I had to go for a cooldown version that I saved. So I hoarded this pair um, that I rolled, what was it, life per hit, I think, to crit hit damage. So basically, this helped maintain my cooldown. And then even the before this helmet and this ninth series satchel, that I got a 7 cooldown default ancient that replaced my 18 area rolled with 8 CDR on it, non-ancient. So this is the ancient one. So my CDR total without Enchantress is like 39.23, which is like obviously because I manually press my vengeance. Anything above 1.25 seconds of the bare minimum 37 plus or whatever, um, is more appreciated because I manually press. So the minimum ideal for myself as a personal playstyle and manually pressing vengeance is 38.3, like, or 38.25 since I said 1.25. So 38.25 or more. So 39 point whatever is plenty good, and anything above that is even better. So let me go in game, and then let me show you how much gold I've spent. Maybe it's covered, but I guess um, I can just say the exact numbers. Is it covered? It's probably covered. I mean, I can just take a look. Yeah, it's probably covered. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, it is covered. Okay, let me move it. Let me move it. Yep. So here it already shot up to 5 point. It's about to get to 5.8 million to roll for a 6 crit, with the fact that they spawn me 4.5% crit hit chance like 7 or 8 times, and 5.5 about 5 or 6 times. So let's keep going for this until I get a 6 crit, and then well, the reason why I have to get a 6 crit is because these the two main stat and vitality is above 940 plus. So when you get the closer and closer to almost near primal status, so to speak, it's worth it to get the max stats because you want to mimic, or you want it to pretty much act like, an acting director kind of thing, like an acting primal. So it's really important to get the 6, even though it's so marginal, as you would say. Um, you know, so let's try. Will I get, nope, 5. 5 has popped up like 3 or 4 times now. 4.5 again. So that's like the ninth time. 5 again, so that's 5 times. So now it's gone to 8.6 soon. Okay. 4.5 again, so that's 10 times. See, I'm getting trolled by the 4.5 like crazily. Okay, let's switch axe. Let's try 5. 11th, 4.5. So what am I lying about? The game is trolling me. What am I lying about? 4.5s. It always happens this season so far. 5, that's like 6 times. Or 5. Finally. So how much gold was that? 15, well, 14 point something. I know I have the gold, but that's not the point. So now I should change this. I want 10, not 12 either. Well, yeah, thanks this ring, thank you. I appreciate the 6. It would have been helpful for the helmet to do so. So the reason why I want to switch that for now is because I was already at 60 something crit. So I want to regain my area that I wanted. So we'll find out when I get another pair of gloves, then I'll see what I can do here on my rings and stuff. But I think this 100 something area would help with the density cluster when I do gather stuff. And then I also have to change my health pool. I don't need it to be at 844 now. Um, let's see. 750. I mean, I've played 750 before, so we could do 750. Let me see. If I do 750, I'm back to where I was with that 6 crit thing. If I had kept the 6 crit, it would have been that. So let's see, 1.9. That sounds good. That sounds good. 752k. That's good. I've played with 750k health before.